this Coyle Ray and Justin interview where she was talking about giving him his privacy and stuff like that because he needs his privacy or whatever. And she was talking about how he be swiping up on his phone and turning his phone so she can't see it and stuff like that. And I was wondering what you guys think about like phones and like, do y'all think that having access to the person that you with, their phone or their passwords, or they are acting funny, like when with their phones, like, do you think in a relationship that you should have access to that information is basically what I'm saying. Because I feel like when I was looking at the Coyle Ray interview, the clips that I saw, hey, how you doing, Mr. Reese? Hey, how you doing, Calandra? I thought that it was weird because I feel like if I'm in a relationship with somebody and they have their phone and they are angling their phone away or acting like they don't want me to see it, first of all, I'm going to say, let me see it. And then if your answer is no, you're getting dumped. There's no other answer to that. Like, you're getting dumped immediately right then, because I don't believe what people say. You know how people will tell you like, oh, if you go looking for something, you'll find it. That's not true. The only time somebody going and searching for it and they're going to find it is if the person was doing that, whatever the bad thing was, and they were able to find that. Because somebody could looking through my phone every day, all day, 24/7, 365 days a year, and no one's ever going to find any evidence of me cheating in my phone because I'm not doing it. So don't let people tell you that, oh, if you go looking, you're going to find it. You're going to go find what you're looking for. Those are lies. Those are lies that people tell. Like, I never even understood that. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Hey, how you doing, Whitney? But yeah, and thanks for the heart needs divine feminine. But yeah, like I said, I just thought it was like really weird. The Coyle Ray. Has anybody seen any clips from the Coyle Ray and Justin LaBoy? I think that's his name. Or LA Boy, whatever his name is, interview. That's what was blowing me. And it's crazy because there are so many women that have been deeply hurt. Cause you know how Coyle Ray got with Trippie Redd and he left her pregnant, all that stuff. Whatever. I already questioned her decision-making capabilities with the man that she chose to have a child by. But I think what happens with women that have been hurt a whole bunch of times by men and they keep making bad decisions is that with each hurt, every time they're hurt, their standards become lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. And they want to accept anything because they want to have a man around. And for me personally, it just doesn't make sense to me that anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like anybody would feel comfortable in being in a relationship with a man that's hiding their phone. I need my privacy. What does you hiding your phone have to do with your privacy? Like, I don't know. I find that people that say things like that are always on some funny business. Hey, how you doing, Calandra?
Good. How you, Triggered?
Pretty good.
I didn't realize I had clicked to join, but I think guys who cheat on women, they hide their phones because they actually do have something to hide. Because when I was with my son's dad, let me put this car in park. When I was with my son's dad, he would hide his phone a lot, and he definitely was cheating on me. So I feel like guys who act weird about their phones do be cheating. And I disagree with, I'm with you, Trigger. I don't think if you go looking for something, you're going to find something. I think that if people have something, then you going to find it. You ain't finding nothing if he don't have it in his phone. And I think men do cheat on women. And that's why they behind their phones. And I think that pick Misha's, I definitely agree with you about that. When you pick bad men, you keep doing it. Because I don't know if you know this content creator about Winnie Parker, but she's pregnant again. And I think we're not talking about her, but I think that, yeah, I do think men who, like I said, have phones, they cheat. I do.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you. Journey, you said why shouldn't she there? I don't see anything wrong with it, Journey. I mean, I'll be transparent, like in my relationship or whatever. I have all my husband's passwords to everything, and he have all my passwords. We don't have none of that. And I really do think that that's the best way to do it. I feel like people that have a problem with that are people that plan on doing something that they don't have no business doing. That's just my opinion. I mean, maybe people can come up here and tell me their reason behind it if they'd like to, but like that's how I feel. I feel like that's just it. I really do feel like that. Let's see here. Suffering succotash, you said a friend of mine, man, went into her phone and read her and her sister's conversation. The sister was upset. I mean, that's a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? I think that's when it comes in. You should know better than to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I still stand by like my thought processes is that I don't see anything wrong with you having access to your partner's phone. And and like and vice versa. But yeah, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they were having private conversations about girl stuff or sister stuff. That's a bit much, bro. But once again, that I feel like that's kind of well, it's in the same vein, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, she might need to go and get rid of him. Because that's crazy. You know? um, but yeah, like I said, I do feel like if you're with a man and he's hiding his phone and stuff like that, I feel like there's something wrong. Let's see here. Unbreakable said you don't want anyone having access to my phone, not because I'm cheating, because I'm a private person. I mean, I hear people say things like that, but I feel like if you're a private person, why are you in a relationship then if there's things that you're gonna be hiding from the person that you trying to be with? I think you'd be a private person single, but like I mean, it depends on what type of relationship we talking. Are we talking like this is a friends with benefits? It's like a boyfriend that you're not that serious about, or is it like your husband who you plan on being with for the rest of your life? Because then is the layers to it. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be with a man that said that to me. I mean, I understand you saying that as a woman, but if I was in a relationship, whether it was with a woman or a man, and they told me that, I'm not gonna be with them. Like I'd be like, yeah, okay. Well, you can privately be not with me. Cause um let's see here. Journey says, what about embarrassing or private things between friends and family? I mean, I don't know. I feel like being really transparent. Like, if I'm gonna be with you, then and we're gonna be together, like for real, like we're locked in, then I'm gonna know everything about you and you gonna know everything about me. And we're not gonna have any secrets. Like, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. But I do think though, like I said, the clips that I was seeing of Coyle Ray, how she was saying that he was hiding his phone, angling away from her, swiping off of stuff. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all and say probably that's somebody that's gonna get dumped. Because what can I see? Now we can sit there and exchange bodily fluids and do all of these intimate things, but your privacy is where you draw the line. Like, yeah, I think that's very strange. I think that's very strange. Like yeah. But I ain't trying to throw dirt on people relationships or nothing like that. But that Coyle Ray and Justin relationship, I give that a year or less before that crumbles to the wayside. A year or less. A year or less. That's about how long that they got. The time is ticking on that situation. For sure. I probably shouldn't even do a live about this. I probably should just make a video about it because my goodness, the time is ticking. The red flags are red flagging. That's for sure. And the women that I have seen give their take on their relationship, saying that they're cute and that it's normal couples situations, it's like, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. And if you think that, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna go get a real picture of the guy so that y'all can see. Just a minute. I'll be right back. Y'all, let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up now. Let me see if I can get the picture up now, y'all. Mm, mm. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So this is Coi Leray and Justin, LA boy, love boy, whatever. That's the guy that she's with right now. And like I said, the clips that I saw, definitely red flags. For sure. For sure. I like, honestly, definitely. So yeah. Yeah, he does like a little bit of podcasting and like I don't know, like I feel like his stuff is like borderline like baby red pill stuff. So, but I don't know too much about who he really is or what he's about either ladies. I don't know. I just know that she been messing with him lately and um yeah, I give it a year. Not trying to be funny, but I give it a year or less before this relationship is kaput. Cause I can guarantee you he's on some bogus type of time for sure. For sure. Okay. Um, yeah. So there's that, man. Y'all said how long did it last with her baby daddy? I think she broke up with her baby daddy while she was pregnant. He left her, if I'm not mistaken, like while she was pregnant. So and the fact of her baby daddy looks like a literal demon. Like I really, this could be, I give women the benefit of the doubt, but a lot of times, women attract the type of man that they are is a reflection. He's a reflection of who they are. So it is what it is. Like, I feel like somebody that people don't say that about is like Cardi B. Cardi B is always okey doke by these bogus criminal men that are doing all of these things bad is because she's that type of woman. And all she is attracting is her equal. She literally paid men to come and beat up some girls because they supposedly was messing with her man or whatever, or Offset. But still stayed with Offset, still stayed having sex with Offset, still had another child with him and all of these things. But you want to attack women that don't owe you nothing. So it's just like that's the reason why Cardi B attracted to Stephon Diggs. because that's who she is. And I think that the same goes for Coi Leray, because my thing is that like you're with a man that looked demonic, literally demonic, trippy red, and now you're with this dude that's clearly an F boy. You said that you see him hiding his phone and stuff, and you still messing with him. I don't even understand why after that you would be doing that. Journey says, what about Beyonce and Jay-Z? The same thing applies. Like I think Beyonce might have been groomed, as being in the industry like really, really young by an older man who had a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Experience in knowing how to manipulate younger women. But I know people look at Beyonce like she's a god or whatever. I don't. I always thought it was very strange that she decided to stay with that ugly looking man. Like, I just feel like if I am, as much as Beyonce music is like women's empowerment or saying that bow down and she's all of this, that, and the third, the fact that she would stay with a man that looks like that's been playing in her face, don't make no sense to me. It don't make no sense to me. Like, I don't understand it. Like, she could have been with so many different men. And and even just the risk factor of procreating with a man that look like that and your children never mind. Let me not even go there, because that's gonna go down another rabbit hole. I don't want to do that. Hey, how you doing, Miss Monica? Let's see here. Miss Cherie says, I can't recall Jay-Z ever publicly disrespecting Beyonce. I feel like cheating is public disrespect. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely publicly disrespected her. And even beyond that, I don't know if y'all remember back when that girl that said that she was going to come public with the fact that he had been having an affair with her. I think her name was Kathy something, who said that allegedly. And then it turned up unalived. Y'all remember her? And they had that picture of him, Diddy, and a whole bunch of like groupies or whatever in the VIP section, including her. So, it is what it is. I for the life of me, I don't understand why people want to protect Jay-Z so bad. Jay-Z has been cool with several men of questionable character for years and years and years and years. And you don't think that man is the same as those men? You don't think that Diddy and Jay-Z are different sides of the same coin? Just because he has not gotten caught yet don't mean nothing. You don't think that R. Kelly, who Jay-Z did a tour with and was cool with and did an album with, is on the same level? I don't understand how people don't make the connection. I think people really do pick and choose who they want to give grace to and who they don't. Like, I don't care if you like Beyonce. You don't know her. You think that she don't know what that man been doing? You don't think that she don't be on the same type of time? That's what I don't understand. Like, you can like her music. You can think she's a great singer. You can think she's a great entertainer. You can even think that she's beautiful. You could have grew up with Destiny's Child like I did. You know what I mean? I remember listening to Destiny's Child. I think it was Destiny. First of all, I remember listening to Writings on the Wall, right? And dancing to that in my parents' house in the living room, singing to it, thinking I was gonna grow up and be like a doggone singer. I remember listening to Destiny Child, Destiny's Fulfilled, listening to Am I the Reason? Or Is She the Reason? Excuse me, Is She the Reason? And you know what I'm saying? If the live is skipping, they probably report me, y'all. If y'all could please like the live. But I remember listening to Is She the Reason, right? In my car and stuff. My car my parents bought me. And feeling like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I like Beyonce music. I do. I think she's a talented entertainer. But the grace that y'all give her that y'all don't give other people is crazy. It's nuts to me. I don't understand it at all. There's literally no reason. She's a billionaire. If you think that she's an ethical billionaire, you're a dummy. Like, really, you're a dummy. If you think that she's nice and kind and sweet, and you're a dummy. Like, honestly, like, you think that she didn't know that Cassie was getting whooped on? Like, do you think that she cared? No. Anyway, I don't even want to talk about them because so many people is just like, I would say Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, you know what I'm saying? Rihanna, other celebrities that have very large fan bases that are completely delusional. Cardi B's fan base. Also, like, there's people with fan bases that those people could literally do anything and their fans would excuse it away. They could literally be on a video eating a newborn and people will say, oh, you know what? Yeah, whoever was eating that newborn, but it's not a big deal. That newborn asked for it. What? The newborn, yes, the newborn asked to be eaten. So she was just doing a newborn a favor. You know, I'm still a stan. Like, oh, okay. That's why, like, I can't talk to people that have like those type of mentalities. Oh my gosh, just like Monica said, she was super, she was super hungry. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, for real, for real. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Miss Monica said she hadn't eaten in days. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, for real. Like, it's crazy. I just don't understand it. But anyway, let me get back to the topic, y'all. So, once again, I saw the clips of this Coyle Ray and Justin interview, and I feel like their whole relationship is a red flag, honestly. But you know, I don't have a lot of faith in a girl that would have a baby by Trippie Redd. Like, the fact that, first of all, you let that man impregnate you and have intercourse with you, you're already crazy. You already lost. You already not mentally stable. But the fact that you actually had that man child, you're super crazy. So I can't even, you know what I'm saying, think about your dating choices in the future. So the fact that she's with this man, who I can guarantee you, her connection with him is elevating him. It's getting him more known. It's getting him more seen. It's getting more women to be aware of who he is. She's not benefiting from this partnership at all. And I wish that a lot of women will understand that right now men are in their most feminine state possible. So all of the things that they said that women do, men are doing now. Men are gold digging. You know what I'm saying? Men are gold digging. Men are, using women to social climb and a whole lot of other things right now. And y'all said it's cutting in and out. Somebody must be reporting, y'all. That's all I can say. I might end the live. It's probably somebody reporting. And I really don't even know why anybody will be reporting me because I haven't even said anything. I haven't even said nothing that's crazy. But anywho, I forgot even what I was trying to say. I'll just say, yeah, hopefully this girl gets it together. But I highly doubt it. And I think their relationship is going to last no longer than a year. No longer than a year. No longer than a year is their relationship going to last. And that's what I was saying. I was saying men nowadays are doing everything that they say that women are doing. Everything that women are doing. They're doing all of it. They said that they've been together since late 2025, according to Google. So I would think probably like maybe, because what is it right now? February? I would say they probably been together like 4 months, 3-4 months. But yeah, I think that he's using her just the same way Erica Mena's new dude that she popped out with is using her. And they both too goofy to see it. That's it. And they're gonna be victims. Now, I think Coyle Ray is what? Biracial? If I'm not mistaken, is Coyle Ray biracial?
Yeah, she's biracial.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, so you got Coyle Ray, a biracial, and then you got Erica Mena, a white Latina, who is both of them goofies. Let's see here. Miss Monica said that her daddy is biracial, the mama isn't. Cause see, I don't know too much about Coyle Ray. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Like I don't. I know her daddy is Benzino, and I know that Benzino is biracial or whatever. Um, but I never seen her mama though. I never seen what her mama looks like.
Yeah, so she said her mother is black, but Benzino is like Puerto Rican and mixed with something else.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So yeah, so she's a biracial with a black mama. Okay. All right. Y'all said y'all knew. Oh, Miss Reese, you said you knew Sweetie was biracial. Yeah, Sweetie's biracial too. And you know what's crazy? I really don't like it when biracial women come into Black culture, Black American culture specifically, and be so stereotypical and do so much. What they just engage in ignorant behavior, and what happens is that their behavior doesn't put a tarnish on biracials or non-black women, but it puts a tarnish on black women, fully black women, monoracial black women specifically. So they get to do the stuff, not receive the backlash, but we do, and it's not even us doing it. That's what's crazy. I don't think Benzino is Afro Latino. I think a lot of times when people see Latinos and they don't look like super white, like Jennifer Lopez, we just want to call them black, but they're still not black because most Latinos are mestizos, which is a mix of like three different things. White, sometimes a little bit of African ancestry, sometimes indigenous. So it's like they're not black. I'm not calling nobody Afro Latino unless they're looking like freaking Amara La Negra. Yeah, because that's how we're able to get in all of these Latinos like Fat Joe, who was clearly a white man. And then they come in and they start violating black American people, talking about they started breakdancing and started rap music and all of this other stuff when they didn't start nothing. Just like they not starting nothing now but running behind black people. So it's just like I don't call too many people Afro Latino because that's just a way for them to get away with appropriating black culture by not having none of our culture at all. And most of the culture they're appropriating is black American culture anyway. And it's like if you're Afro Latino, why aren't you doing Latino things? Why are you always wanting to go into black American spaces and do things? Like it's very weird. You know. So, but right now, Afro Latino is a way. It's also, I understand it means black and speak Spanish, but that's not what they're using it for. They use it as an entryway into black spaces, and it's like almost a culturally appropriating pass. Yeah, they never identified as Afro Latino. The only reason that I think they started saying that stuff maybe about 10 years ago. They started doing that stuff now because they want to a lot of black American people have been pushing back and saying, "Hey man, what are you doing? You're using the N-word, you don't like us, you're taking our culture, you're saying it's yours, you're doing this. We don't like that." And black people have attempted to gatekeep black American people specifically. So now they got to come up with some type of way to get to the spaces. Yes, and Cardi B ain't an Afro Latina nothing. She is a white Dominican, just like her daddy. It's crazy. Like the majority of Dominicans see themselves as white or mestizo, but for some reason, like it's a very small percentage that look at themselves as black. Like, it's real crazy. It just don't make no sense. But yeah, you guys, I think with this video, it'll probably be better if I with this topic, I mean, it'll probably be better if I just make a video about it. Cause I probably can get me some cheap clicks and views on this Coil Ray situation because baby, she's gonna be a cautionary tale. I just make a video, we'll bookmark it. We'll bookmark her and what she got going on, and we'll come back and talk about it in about a year or so. Or less. But this relationship is not going to last at all. This man literally asked her how much she has spent on other men. What's the most that she spent? She said probably $100,000. This man got mad at a question that he asked her. He got mad at the question. You asked me how much money I spent on somebody else. I tell you, at the most I spent on a man is $100,000. You mad at me, and then you tell me what it is that why I haven't spent that amount of money on you. First of all, you lame Negro. Why in the world are you trying to get a woman to spend money on you anyway? Like, why you not, ill? And then tells her to get up and feed him a strawberry like the king that he is. Like, yuck. Like, just gross. Like, he just seems very insecure. I mean, to be honest with you, he gives little penis energy to me. He gives very much small dick energy. Maybe it's not true, but that's what he gives to me. Yeah. Somebody said put a word prompt. What word could I say, Miss Get 'em Girl? Yeah, I feel like any man asking you to spend money on him is just like, yuck. Yuck. Why are you asking me to spend money on you? Like, if I was going to just do something to be nice, be like, oh, I'm going to treat my man to this or that, or, like, cool. But you asking is gross. I think that's very, very gross. Like, honestly, that would like turn me off. That's just like a man calling you big money. Ooh, big money. I'm trying to get like you, girl. Like, are you ill? Blocked. 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 Blockiana. You will never see me again. You will never see me again. Did you have something to say, Brown Sugar?
And I was really taken aback by the whole interaction with him. Like how you say, he gives little D energy. He just seems very entitled. It's just something about his spirit. And I just feel like any male prepared to mess with a woman who just had a baby, is something wrong with you. Point blank period. I'm not saying don't mess with women with kids, but her daughter not even a year old yet, and they're already talking about marriage and all this stuff. She don't even know this guy. They've been dealing with each other since that interview, and that was like 5 months ago. So they haven't even known each other for a whole 6 months. And I feel like he's love bombing her. Shh, Cassie. I feel like that he's love bombing her, and no one was talking about him. I remember him from 2019 or during the pandemic when he was posting them memes and all that other stuff. And then when I seen him, I was like, oh, he's very unattractive. Now he has his little podcast, and I guess they had some chemistry. And I feel that he's using her to get more famous, quote unquote. But I feel like it's not going to end in her right mind, because in the right way that she wants it, because I feel like she's another Cardi B trying to move on from another relationship to get back at her ex. And honestly, Trippie Redd don't care. And I wish women will realize that your ex does not care if you move on, because he's going to continue to mess with the next woman, then the next woman, and the next woman. The most important thing that you can do is to heal, take care of your baby, heal your body, and get some therapy. Moving on to the next man to prove a point, you're always going to hold that L. Stop, Cassie.
I mean, I definitely agree with everything that Brown Sugar said. I like everything that she said. I totally agree with. And yeah, because and you know what I always thought was like weird, just like how Brown Sugar said that Trippie Redd don't care. It's like you have a man that left you while you were pregnant, and you think that he gonna care that you talking to somebody else. He not gonna care. And it's the same thing applied with Cardi B as well. It's like this man been disrespecting you for years and years and years and years and years and years. playing in your face, cheating on you, not paying the bills according to her, because that's what she said, leaving you with bills and doing this that, and the third, and you think that because you get with a football player, like he really, really gonna be mad. And even let's just say he was a little mad. At the end of the day, you're the one that's paying for moving too quickly. Now you got another baby daddy, and now you look stupid in front of the world. You didn't spend over $1 million for a Super Bowl party for this Negro, and nobody went, not you or him. And you always talking about how you a star, you this, that, and the third, and you looking dumb like a buster because he got another chick there. Like, what? Like I said, it just doesn't make any sense to me, but I just hope that more women just stop prioritizing having a man around. And I'm not saying that it's not, that having a man, a good man, cannot be an asset to you, and you can't be happy. You can. But choosing a wrong man, though, or being super thirsty is always going to turn out bad. And it's going to be real, 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 real bad. Like, for real. Like, that's why it's so important to heal. And then it's just like you just had a baby and you letting this strange Negro around your newborn. What if he like to touch kids? I'm not saying that he do. I'm just saying you don't know. And if he did do something while you asleep or in the shower or cooking, or you went downstairs to do something, you wouldn't even know because your baby can't even tell. Your baby can't even talk and tell you, like, hey, get this man out of here. He doing this, that, and the third. That doesn't make any type of sense. To have a man around your child and they can't even speak. And this is for women. If you're that thirsty, right? You're that you feel like, oh my goodness, I just have to have a man. I know I just had this baby. I need the D or whatever. I would recommend you be celibate, but let's just say you can't do it. Why are you not meeting this man either at his house without your child? Your child is with a babysitter, or you are meeting him at a hotel and your child is also with a babysitter. He shouldn't be in any way where he's around your child at all in any way, shape, form, or fashion. He should meet your child, see your child, nothing. If anything, you could meet that man and do what y'all got to do and go back home. There's no way he should come in contact with your child at all. In any way, shape, form, or fashion. That's how all of these kids be getting killed unalived from these boyfriends. Meeting dudes, you knew the dude for 8 weeks, and now you let him watch your child while you at work. Then you surprised when you come home and your child is out of here, is unalived. He talking about he don't know what happened. You know how often that happens? White men be doing it. Black men be doing it. The Hispanics be doing it. The Asians be doing it. The Indians be doing it. The Middle Easterns be doing it. All of these men be doing that when these women trust these men with their kids. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Like, if you really have to have a man, meet that man somewhere without your child. It's not that hard. And if you're broke, go to the Motel 6. Like, what's some other cheap hotels? Go to the Red Roof Inn. Let me think of some other cheap hotels. Motel 6, Red Roof Inn. Doubletree is a cheap, but it's a little bit, but it's still cheap. Doubletree is cheap. You know what I'm saying? Dang, I don't know no more cheap hotels, because to be honest with you, I don't like cheap hotels. Cause if I'm going to sleep and I gotta wash up and I don't want to be in nowhere dirty, like, or that I don't feel is up to my standards, But those three are cheap. Even DoubleTree is okay though. I mean, I've been there before and got some cookies. I've stayed at DoubleTree before. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I said I wasn't gonna stay there no more. The last time, never mind. It don't even matter. Let's see here. Did something happen or just cautioning women? No, nothing happened with the two of them as far as nothing happened. I mean, they did have an interview, Ken, where I felt like there was red flags all up in the interview, but nothing's happened to her child or anything like that. No. I was just speaking in general. I want to make this clear. I'm not saying this man has done anything to her child or anything of that nature. I don't know anything about that. All I was just saying is just to be safe. You shouldn't have a man around your child, especially a man you don't know, because she don't know him. I don't even think they've known each other for 6 months yet. That's dumb. There's no way you should have this man around your child. And you shouldn't have a man around your child when your child can't speak, when your child can't talk and tell you nothing.
Trick, can we also normalize not popping out with these dudes and you haven't even known them for a whole year? Like, if you dating somebody, that's cool, but date them behind the scenes. They don't need to be on your social media and all that stuff. What happens to being discreet? You know?
Yep. Yep. I mean, Brown Sugar keeps giving the facts. Like, I agree with what she said to that too. Like, if I was like her, like, I wouldn't pop out with nobody unless I was getting married. I'd be like, hey, y'all, just want to show y'all my wedding pics. See, we here. That's it. That's the only thing anybody would see. Up until then, nobody would see nothing. Nothing at all. I remember when I got married, that's exactly what happened. I just popped out with the wedding pics. So, it is what it is. Like, honestly. I just don't feel like you should do anything else. But then when the relationship fails and then everybody have something to say about it, then they'd be mad. Oh, why are you guys talking about this? Well, nobody would have said nothing if you didn't let nobody know. Like, you could have kept that close to the chest first. But yeah, you guys, I think I'm going to end this live, y'all. And I'm actually going to make a video about this particular topic. And one of my subbies emailed me and told me to look into this interview from the actor Clifton Powell. He played Pinky in Next Friday. If y'all remember, if y'all remember that guy. He's been in a lot of other things too, but I can't think of any roles that he's been in that it will go across the generations that everybody would know. This man is 69 years old, and he said that he just learned how to be monogamous today. The man used the word today and said that he needed a woman to teach him how to love, and he been cheating on her and dragging her. He also was married to a woman for 10 years, and I can guarantee you he was dragging her too. This man got mad because another man tried to tell him you can't blame what went on with your parents on your behavior. And I'm like, this is exactly what I say when I talk about black men, that black men legitimately, the reason why black men as a whole will never be able to do better is because they have no one that they can look up to. The old men, just like Clifton Powell, who's almost 70 years old, you a old buzzard bum. How in the world you cheating at 69? You go ahead and taking Viagra pills to cheat. You waiting for 2 hours for them pills to kick in for you to get an erection, and then you taking that erection over there to go cheat? You dirty bastard. You know what I'm saying? Just the fact that he even said any of that, and the fact that he was trying to say in the interview, like, oh, it's systemic. That's the reason why black men can't love black women and treat black women right. It's all of the stress that we go through. So we need black women to love us. Okay, well, what about all the systemic things that black women face, just like y'all do? Huh? So why in the world aren't we talking about how come black women are the ones expected to love and expected to forgive, expected to do this, that, and the third because of the white man. Like, what? Because I can guarantee you, if black women were out here cheating, okay, and doing all of this crazy stuff and to black men and hurting black men's feelings, black men would be putting them in the dirt even more than they do right now. They would be accepting no excuses. Like, oh, I'm sorry I cheated on you, Marcus. I really am so sorry. It's the white man that did this to me. I couldn't help but cheat on you, black man. I couldn't help but do this. I'm sorry that you caught me at the Hilton cheating. I couldn't help it. Like, nobody would be accepting that. Nobody. But for some reason, black women are always supposed to accept this type of crazy behavior. It just doesn't make no sense. And the fact that that man is that old, behaving like this is crazy. That let me know that there's nowhere you can escape. Okay? Because if you got a man that's 70 freaking years old behaving like this, okay, there's no end to it. There's no end to it at all. For real. How in the world does somebody need to teach you how to do something and you've been on this planet for 70 freaking years? Huh? You've been on this planet for half a century. Over half a century. Right? And you mean to tell me you need somebody to tell you how to love? You taking your old bald-headed geriatric behind places and cheating? Man, there's just no way. There's just no way I would be able to tolerate that. You mean to tell me that? Now, you know what it says. I mean, if anybody knows anything about the Bible, in the Bible, it says that men live to 70 or 80 if they're mighty. 70 or 80 years old if you're mighty. Okay? So if you got your body's good condition, 70 or 80 is what you can expect. You know, of course, there's people that live longer, but 70 or 80 is about what you get. So you are 70 freaking 69, but we'll just say 70. 70 years old, and instead of being blessed that you have the time to spend alive and in decent health, you out here cheating? You out here cheating, sir? Okay. Okay. That would have been my, 13th reason right there. Oh, my goodness.
Trig, did you see the title of the podcast? I think it was like
Black men trust black women.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I just don't understand. I feel like the collective of black men are starting to see that we're starting to loosen the reins. We're not, a collective of us are not mamming for the black males anymore, and they're doing anything. They're low-key panicking, and they're saying anything to get our attention, to get us back, but I don't think it's going to work. There's a few pick-me's and male-centered women that are still going to be on their side, but they're seeing the shift. I see the shift even on my TikTok. So it's going to be a change within 15 to 20 years. And I'm curious to see the state of black males. Then it's going to be interesting.
I mean, I definitely agree with you. I think that's another great point that you made, because I see a shift too. I mean, it's definitely, pick-me's out here, but it's a lot of black women that no longer are willing to do that. For sure. Cause like I said, I told everybody, now I was never no pick me. And I can't lie and say that I was, cause I never was. But I will say that I definitely was pro-black. So pro-black woman, pro-black man, talks about like the black family and stuff like that. Went to plenty of events for police brutality affected black men specifically, and a whole host of other things. But I really realized, I think it was a shift for me. The shift that I realized was around Kevin Samuel's time. That I was like, wow, like I have to be pro-black woman instead, because it's what we're doing, what black women do for black men aren't doing it for black women. So to continue to do something for a group of people when they will never reciprocate it is crazy to do. So that's what, I mean, it's a whole other complicated things that made me do it. But yeah. So if I did it, and I really was on, you know what I'm saying, the type of time to support black men collectively, I know that there are people that have had even worse experiences with black men that aren't with it. But yeah, I would like to see what's going to happen in the next. I think I said this before. I think the next 5 to 10 years, you'll be able to see it big time. I give it to, I'd say 2030, 2035. You gonna see it. You gonna see it. Yep. And it's gonna be a doozy. Cause I think that the girls that are 18 and under, so I would say maybe 12 to 18, they don't even, not even interested in boys and stuff because, and not that they are, lesbians or anything. They're just not into boys because of the behavior. The behavior. So something's definitely afoot, but yeah, I guess we'll see. But anyway, y'all, let's see here. Oh, Miss Good News, you said treasonous behavior they have. We literally fought, march, donate to organization. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I do agree also with what Miss Good News said. She said crime will increase because they only know violence and manipulation. I definitely think that is gonna happen as well. But that's why I said I think that black women should be armed. But I don't know if y'all knew this. Black women are one of the fastest growing groups of pew pew owners. So hopefully that indicates that black women know that they should be armed as well. Cause nobody's gonna protect you.
Yes, I agree with that as well, Trig. If it wasn't for you, I live in the state of Maryland. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't got my concealed carry. So
Oh,
thank you
really?
for that.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
so
yep. I just
great.
got my license. Yep. So yeah, thank you so much because I listen to you a lot. So it's definitely been helpful for me. But these times are going to get, very scary, ladies. So please be prepared because these males, they're going to be lonely and they're angry and broke. So that's just a mixture for disaster.
Oh yeah, that's so great, brown sugar. Yeah, I definitely have a concealed carry as well. I don't play no games. Where I'm at, you can open carry too, but I just, I never been a fan of open carrying because it's just like it let everybody know what you got. And me personally, I'm not like a person that wants to intimidate anybody with me having a weapon. I just want to be able to protect myself or my kids or, my husband, even though he carries too, that if something that would ever happen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to know that I got anything unless I have to use it. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna know that I got nothing until I have to use it. And I'm not an emotionally unregulated person. So I'm not gonna pull it. I'm not gonna brandish it. I'm not gonna threaten you with it. The only time I'm ever pulling out a firearm is if I plan on using it and I'm going to use it. Other than that, I would never pull it. If you ever see it, that means you finna get some hot lead. Some hot lead. Far, far, far. Other than that, I'm never gonna pull it out. I see so many people get mad and they want to show it to somebody. They want to brandish it. I remember I saw this like viral video, right, of these two white men. So this white dude gets mad at this other dude for cutting him off. I don't know what the problem is, but he gets out with his gun in his hand and points the gun in the guy's driver's side door, puts it in there on him and is yelling at him. Right? Then he puts the gun at his side and keeps on arguing because I guess he was like, well, I've already done the thing of scaring the man with the gun. The other dude the pew pew. The other man had the pew pew and then pew pewed him. Right then. He had one too and then looked for his opening and peeled that man's muffin cap back. And the man was unalive by that. And then I seen his wife crying and hooting and hollering, talking about are these people going to get in trouble? And they didn't get in trouble at all. Because you can't do that. You can't brandish a pew pew and put it on somebody. Like I literally took all of my pew pew education classes, the instruction, the safety courses, all that from a police officer. So he was telling me like, hey bro, like you can't do that. You got to pull it and you got to use it. And make sure that you stop the threat. Because then nobody is, able to, try to make up some other bullshit that happened. So take that how you will. Center mass is where you should be aiming for. That way that you know that you're not gonna miss. That's the biggest area. Center mass, chest area, that's the biggest area because you probably won't miss. Don't be trying to go for nobody's kneecap and leg and arm and shoulder. You probably gonna miss unless you're in the gun range, pew pew range all the time. So you need to make sure you know what you're doing. But yeah, because I see people where I'm at, it's normally like old white men, they want to carry it on a hip. You know what I'm saying? A pew pew and like 5 big old hunting knives on their sides. It's like, that is unnecessary. You're doing that because you want to give a look. And true survival is not about a look. It's about just knowing what you need to do when you need to do it. You don't need to do all that. In my opinion, you don't. Now, maybe somebody else might not agree with that, but that's just what I was taught by the guy, and he seemed like he knew a lot of stuff. So yeah. But yeah, I'm still so happy about that, brown sugar, for real, because the best, like when we were in the class, the police officer said that even when somebody's doing something, you could call 911, but this gonna take time for them to get there. He was like, the number one preventer of something happening to you is you. Cause before somebody get there, you're gonna be with that person. You have to protect you. So you have to make sure that whatever you can use to protect you, that you got it. Like, of course you can pray to God and stuff like that. I believe in God and stuff like that. But also, God don't want you to be no fool. So take that how you will. But what you about to say, sis?
Oh, I was going to say, I agree with you. I live in Maryland and it's a blue state, and they do not like pew 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 owners. And that's one thing my instructor said. He was a PI, but he was very informed. And, like how you said, brandishing a pew pew, you can go to jail for that. Like, just certain things, like in my state, I was scared. I was like, dang, I'm scared to even own a pew pew, because if anything that I do or make a mistake, I could end up going behind bars. So it's a big responsibility. And I would say, ladies, go to the pew pew range and practice as much as you can. Get familiar with it. Get familiar with taking it out and pointing it. Practice that. So, the more you do it, the faster you can. Take more additional classes. Also, there was a lady, she had it designed in her MCM purse, her bag, which I thought was really cute. So you can still be stylish and carry your pew pew around like a baddie.
Absolutely, absolutely. And also, if you really want to like really be on it, you can get you like a holster. They have holsters that are like Velcro that go like right around your midsection. And they're actually pretty good at concealing to where you can wear a t-shirt and people still can't see that you have that underneath there. So you could also get you a holster that's specifically for concealed carry. They got them on Amazon for whatever particular pew pew type that you have. Um, so I do a mixture. Sometimes I use the holster, sometimes I keep it in the bag. It just depends on which one I'm taking, and how much I feel wherever I'm going to be is like maybe I feel uncomfortable about wherever I'm about to go. You know, cuz I like to sometimes go in the hood and go. I might want to go to City Trends cuz if I need like a little cheap little necklace and some earrings to go with some outfit or something. You know what I'm saying? I'll go out there, and where I'm at, I'll like, if y'all know City Trends, Rainbow, stuff like that, this in the hood. And it's nowhere near where I'm at. So yes, so it just depends. But anyway, if any ladies listen to this, like, yes, your best bet is to make sure that you can defend yourself. Yes, and definitely, like Cheska said as well, know the laws in your state on self-defense. Know what you can and cannot do. Know if you have a duty to retreat. Because sometimes, like, somebody could be doing something to you, but if you just still staying there arguing with them instead of like actively leaving, you can get in trouble even if they did try something, because the first thing they're gonna ask, well, did you why you ain't leave? Why you ain't get in your car? You know what I'm saying? And why didn't you back away? Why did you stay there going back and forth? But some states you don't have to retreat. You can stay there and do whatever you want, just as long as they don't try nothing. If they try something, but I will say, in most cases, like, you could use deadly force when you're a woman, whether the man has a weapon or not, because the man is considered the deadly force because men are so much stronger than women. Now, you might not necessarily be able to do that with a woman unless she was actively beating the brakes off of you or she had a weapon or something like that. But with men, normally just the fact that they're a man and they are actively trying to attack you or harm you is enough. But that also depends on where you're at. But I think that particular thing is in most places, men or whatnot trying something. But yeah, definitely look up where you're at. Like where I'm at, they don't play no games. It's pretty much you just don't play with people out here, or you may be, out of here, because everybody here is more than likely got something. And even if let's just say you're a woman and you don't feel comfortable with the pew pew, and I'm not gonna say I understand that as well. But make sure you have some mace, some pepper spray, get the gel, because the gel is supposed to stick on there better. And make sure you get the gel that's got the little dye in it that stains their face. You know what I'm saying? That way, if people are looking for that person after you have done that, then the police know, because they got the big old yellow stains all over their face or something like that. So make sure that you do that as well. Yes, you definitely can get it from Walmart. You can get it from Wally World. You can get it on Amazon. Well, it depends on where where you live at, if you can get it on Amazon. But yes, absolutely. Like, so if you don't feel comfortable with that, get some pepper spray, pepper gel. And if you have daughters or whatever that are teenagers or they're out and about, they got a little job, give them that. Give them some. Even if they're not supposed to have it, make sure they just keep it in their pocket. Nobody got to know that that's in their pocket unless they have to use it. And then who cares if they really had to use it? They had to use it. So that's also important. So yeah, it's very important for these things, ladies, because you never know, people out here going crazy. So, yeah, they definitely have pepper spray now with dye. I have some because, I said to myself, I was going to make sure that I got everything, because maybe sometimes I might not need to do that. I might need to do a lower tier, cause me. Yeah. So I just want to make sure, because I really don't play no games, because I don't trust people. Like, it takes a lot to gain my trust as a person. Like, you have to, I'm always skeptical. So, and I'm always thinking about the worst case scenario. So, yeah, because you just never know. You just never know. So I don't trust people a lot. So I always try to make sure that I have every avenue of possible protection. Let's see here. Yep. And Jessica, she got it. And conceal pokey pokies. That also as well. What Jessica 2.0 said. Conceal pokey pokies. If y'all get our drift. That definitely. Because it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And also make sure that you're not going someplace that you have to make sure that you leave it in the car. Just like Journey said, a government building. Don't go to court with it unless you're trying to go to prison. Don't go to the airport with it unless you're trying to go to prison. Okay? So make sure that you know certain places where they're going to x-ray you and you're not supposed to be there with it.
Don't go to school buildings either.
Yes, right, exactly. You can't go to school buildings either. So if you're trying to go in there, and they may not necessarily check you if you go into school, but if you get caught in the school, you are in big trouble. You going to prison. So yeah, that I would say those are probably the top three: government buildings, school, and airports. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, I think all of you ladies, look, I got all of these smart black women in this chat that know what's up. Oh, wow. I feel so great about that. Sheesh. Yeah, y'all on it. All right. Shoot, I'm scared of y'all. All right. Journey over there talking about look up vital points and make sure that you got a pen. All right. Shoot, that's what I'm talking about. What? Miss Good News says Tim brought a pew pew to court during the Brene trial. You're kidding me. For what? That's so stupid. That's crazy. Why wouldn't you know that you weren't supposed to do that? That's insane. That's literally nuts. Hey, Miss Scott, how you doing? It was about Coyle Ray and Justin LA Boy in their interview, Miss Miss Scott, but I'm about to leave though. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I can't even believe he did that. But y'all, I'm over here rambling. I just want to say again, I appreciate Calandra for coming up here earlier, and also I appreciate you, Miss Brown Sugar. She gave a lot of good points. Did you have anything to say before I get out of here?
Yes, I just want to say one more thing because I know you're going to make a video. But ladies, please do not be like Coyle Ray. I know the ladies in here are not, but anyone who watches when Trigger uploads on YouTube, don't be like that. It's okay to heal and to be single for long periods of time when you have small children. Get to discover yourself. Go to school. Pick up a trade. Do anything besides getting another man. And it's okay to be celibate and remain abstinent. I'm a year going on more and many more. It's okay to clear your head and take a breather and focus on yourself. She has a career and she's worried about some dude and getting drunk on a podcast and she looks a mess. Ladies, don't let that be you. And don't pop out with these dudes. Wait till you get married first before you pop out with them. Thank you, Trigger. You're the best.
Okay, all right, I got you. I got you, no problem, sis. And yeah, I agree with everything that Brown Sugar said as well. I don't think there's nothing left to be said. She said it all. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the ladies in the chat. I appreciate the ladies that came up today, Miss Calandra, Miss Brown Sugar. And yeah, I think I was Miss Monica that was in here too. I don't know if you're still in here, Miss Monica, but I hope you're having a good day. And also Miss Anthea, because I know she was here from the start of the live as well. All right, I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all later. Hopefully y'all have a great rest of y'all day. What is today? President's Day or something? So I know probably a lot of y'all had y'all day off maybe, and some of y'all didn't, might be. But hopefully y'all having a great day. All right, I'll see y'all later. Love y'all.